previous video, I started with the poem Robinson Crusoe Story by Charles Edward Carril, and I did the first two stanzas. So today now in this video, I shall proceed with the rest of the stanzas. I'll do as much as I can do in this video. So I hope you remember the story remember the poem Robinson Crusoe Story by Charles Edward Carril. And in the previous video I told you that this poem is about the fictional character Robinson Crusoe, who loved adventure and he went against his parents' wish to be a sailor. And so he went on a voyage and he met a terrible storm where his ship was wrecked. It was totally destroyed. He lost all his friends and he got stuck on a deserted island. And how he survived on that island, what did he do, what did he eat, what clothes he made. So all the details, whatever he did on that island, we will get to know all of it in the next stanzas. So let me just continue with the third stanza. So you open the book and go to third stanza. I spent no time in looking for a girl to do my cooking, as I'm quite a clever hand at making stews. But I had that fellow Friday just to keep the tavern tidy and to put a Sunday polish on my shoes. So before I explain this stanza, just see the board. I have written down some of the qualities of Robinson Crusoe. First, you can see he was headstrong. He was independent and talented. Obviously, he was headstrong. Why? Because he took the decision and he was courageous enough to follow that decision and to follow his dreams. So he left his parents' home to be a sailor, and there on that deserted island he was stuck all alone, but he did not lose hope. He was courageous enough, he was brave enough, and he was independent and he was talented. Obviously, now how we will know that he was talented, that is there in the third stanza. So Robinson Crusoe is saying, I spent no time in looking for a girl to do my cooking. So he was on a desolate island and he needed something to eat. But where will he find the cook? Who will do the cooking for him? He did not spend any time in looking for a girl. Obviously, it's a deserted island. It was not possible for him to find a girl over there or any people on that deserted island, because he was all alone over there. So he did the cooking for himself because he was a good cook. He could make his food. So he did the cooking. As I am quite a clever hand at making stews. Stews, I hope you know, you people definitely eat chicken stews and chicken soup or mutton stews. Whenever you people get ill, your mother, I hope your mother gives you stews and all. So Robinson Crusoe, he was very clever at making these stews. So making stews means chicken stews or chicken soup. But I had that fellow Friday just to keep the tavern tidy and to put a Sunday polish on my shoes. So now what he is saying, Robinson Crusoe had fellow Friday. Now who is fellow Friday? Fellow Friday, fellow means friend. Okay, so let me just write it down on the board. Fellow Friday. So fellow means friend and Friday is the name of his human friend. So now we will know that on that deserted island he made a human friend. He met a human friend on Friday. it was a Friday when he met that human being, and so he named his friend as Fellow Friday. Since he met his friend on Friday, so he gave the name Friday, and fellow means friend. So he was the only friend that he had on that deserted island. Just to keep the tavern tidy and to put a Sunday polish on my shoes. So this friend, Fellow Friday, helped Robinson Crusoe in keeping the things clean over there. He, as in the Fellow Friday, he helped Robinson Crusoe in tidying up his tavern. Tavern means the place where he stayed. So he cleaned up the tavern, and also he used to put polish on his shoes. So he used to put shoe polish. The shoe which was worn by Robinson Crusoe, Fellow Friday, his friend, used to polish that shoes. So he was a friend and he was also a kind of servant for Robinson Crusoe. And here we get to know about the slavery system. So this poem is not only about all the funny things, but it is also about some serious things. And one is the slavery system. That is, in Africa, the black people, they were treated as slaves. Slaves means servants. They had no right to do anything or to tell anything, or they had absolutely no rights, and they were treated as a servant, a slave. They were tortured, they were treated as a property. So this fellow friend Friday was just like them, and he was a servant of Robinson Crusoe and also a friend of Robinson Crusoe. So let me just proceed with the next paragraph. I have a little garden that I am cultivating lard in. As the things I eat are rather tough and dry, for I live on toasted lizards, prickly pears and parrot gizzards, and I'm really very fond of beetle pie. So in the fourth stanza, we would get the names of the food that Robinson Crusoe ate. So write down the meaning of lard. So lard means fat or grease. So these are the names of the food that were eaten by Robinson Crusoe on that deserted island. Okay, students, I shall again continue with the rest of the poem in my next video, and I shall also explain this stanza properly in my next video. I hope you are liking this poem. So I'll again see you in my next video. Thank you, students.